So we're starting out with the star. And this feels like a duty as well as an action taken for healing. So it's a duty to shine your light. This is becoming the tower. Sorry, not the tower, the lighthouse for others who may be struggling. But this is not like where you start from. You start from wanting to heal or wanting to get through a really difficult situation. And your ability to get through it becomes an inspiration to others. Just by existing, just by having this light, this beauty, this pureness. And it's very much Chiron, the wounded healer. So maybe that's what I will title this reading. I had to look it up, but I have the Empress and the Emperor, and its divine counterparts. This could be within you, this could also be a relationship, but the main theme here is about creating something of balance and something of longevity. The Empress is called the fullness of life, and the Emperor is the path of balance. So possibly this could even be taken as advice. I know that the Empress, even though it's called the fullness of life here, talks about fertility and abundance, creativity, beauty, beautifying your environment, beautifying yourself. It's a very feminine, right? It's the divine feminine. And then the Emperor is like a leader, and the Emperor is a builder. The number 4 numerologically is also about building. So the Empress has all the 4 queens in her, and the Emperor has all the 4 kings. So it's like the King of Kings and the Queen of Queens. So when I was looking at the star, I was trying to get information about what made the star become the star. And that's where I got the idea of the wounded healer. The star became the star when the star was faced with a challenge and a miracle happened that kind of changed the star's fortune, changed the star's life. And in this miracle, there was heartache, heartbreak, sorrow, disappointment, grief. And there was a feeling of being stuck, kind of being locked or even closed off from others. It says conflict here. The 8 of Swords is about feeling kind of bound to a situation, but it is something that you do have control over, even though it might feel in the moment that you don't. And after that, I wanted to know how the star got through it, how the star actually became the star, because this just told us like what it was that was the catalyst for the star, but then how did the star really get through all of the heartbreak and the conflict? Because a lot of times when people tell stories like that, they'll tell you like all the difficult things that happened, and then they'll just say like, you know, one day I just chose to be happy, or one day I just chose to change, or one day I chose to get a divorce, or to leave, or to start a new life. But they might kind of fail to include what that actually looked like. The star gets justice. So this is a balancing of the scales, fairness, equality. This could also be in relationships because we did have the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Could be an inner balance, but it could actually be justice as well. And the star goes after passion. So the star will feel ignited again. And with this being wands, it's fire, so it's shining that light. It's that drive, that passion, that needing to shine the light, eagerness to shine the light, to come back to life again. When in doubt, I choose to see peace. And then underneath the deck was, when I honor my feelings, I find my power in powerless situations. I thought that was really fitting. So it feels like maybe through this difficult situation where it's hard to get through, if you choose to kind of honor your feelings, it might help you get through it. And then if you're already on the other side, depending on where you're at, and you're looking back at what happened, you choose to see peace and forgiveness, and that actually heals and transforms the situation in a really big way. So just a couple more oracle cards. Finding now what was hidden deep within, the very essence of your being, stored away until such a time when you're ready to be safely delivered to yourself. Allow this true self to gently surface in love, and this is growth number 29, which is 11. 11 is a master number, reduces to a 2, which is all about partnership, relationship, compromise, equality, love, wonderful things. The temptation to step back into the known parameters is strong. It is okay to need time stepping in and out, testing your wings. Your natural instincts will surface again, allowing your inner knowing to be trusted enough to fly your own path. Movement number 20, again, that reduces to a 2. So that is interesting. We have a lot here about either balancing, judgments, balancing, path of balance, these two being divine counterparts. So these could be like your inner divine masculine and feminine, or it could be a partnership you're in or partnership you're entering. But it just feels like there's a real need to go deep within and heal. By healing, by transforming a situation, you end up shining your light just because you went through it. You don't actually have to do anything more. It's interesting that way. Finding a safe space to discover your own individual self, your own uniqueness, your reason for being. This is not a place for others. Here you need room to find things out for yourself. This is a place where your needs can be explored. Awareness number 26, which would be an 8. And an 8 is very much like the builder. It's kind of similar message there. So I'm trying to think how to sum all this up in an energy. It feels like a real big transformation that is done with grace, with gratitude, with simplicity, with benevolence. And through this transformation, you become a healer. You become a healer of the ages, if you will. You become someone who inspires others. You become someone who is a gift to humanity. You become someone who others look to for strength and for power and for the ability to open up and share and become authentic.